Namaskara, Bengaluru. Today we are at Rewild's head office with Mr. Anurag. This is the part 2 video, we can say. The part 1 video got us really good response, and people had a lot of concerns and queries, which we are here to get all the answers from Mr. Anurag, who is none another than the business head of Rewild. He's been with Rewild since inception, so there is going to be a lot of inputs today through this interview with Mr. Anurag. Thank you so much, Anurag, sir, of course, for joining for this video. And I wish this video will be a lot more informative. We'll talk about the brand, how Rewild as a company emerge in the Bangalore real estate, and what are all the future plans, how we are going to initiate this brand in this metropolitan city. I would like to know more about you, sir, your background before we get started with our questions.
So with Rewild, I've been with the inception. We started Rewild roughly about 4 years back. That's when I moved from Bombay to Bangalore. Before that, I started my career in real estate. I used to be with a firm called JLL, where I was a part of the commercial team. And then I was also working in alternative real estate, which was senior living, co-living, student housing, hospitality, and that's how I got in touch with Adarsh, who is the founder of Rewild.
Okay, I've met Mr. Adarsh long time back. A very grown to earth person, very visionary personality is what I believe.
Yes, yes.
So coming back to Rewild as a brand, right? There are many people who have been asking me, what is this brand all about? We see a lot of developers coming and going in Bangalore metropolitan. What Rewild is about?
So Rewild is, it is a real estate brand that is centered more on nature-based living. Our projects are not nature-themed projects like a lot of other projects. We are actually, you will see that we are very centered in with nature, and we are very design-led or design-forward, as we like to call it. Our first project, Rewild Shimsha, was it's a farmland project where we had a river encircling us on 3 sides. So we had a 1.1 kilometer river frontage. That makes us the only project in Karnataka which is right next to a river. Again, it had a very beautiful mango, teak, coconut orchard on the plot, and we sold large plots here starting at a minimum of 30,000 square feet onwards. The phase 1 of that project is sold out. We're looking at launching phase 2 of that project over the next 3 or 4 months. Our current ongoing project, Rewild Dodbalapur, is it's a plotted development community meant for weekend or vacation homes. This is in the north corridor of the city, and again, very rooted in nature. We're surrounded by 27,000 acres of forest on 3 sides. We have fantastic views of Makli Durga Hill in the front and Gundamagere Lake. So it's as rooted in nature as can be, and our design philosophy also follows that nature is always at the center of our design. Our infrastructure philosophy is called blue-green infrastructure. Blue standing for water, green standing for the ecology, local ecology that is there. And you will see that all of these are not semantics or terms or jargons that we are throwing around, but the way the project has been designed is it actually follows the tenets of the blue-green infrastructure. And that's how Rewild is different from other plotted developers or other real estate establishments.
Wonderful. After visiting Rewild multiple times and interacting with a lot of people who are showing interest, like you said, the idea of Rewild is building a second home or a vacation kind of a home. But we have also come across few audience who want to call Rewild Dodbalapur as their primary home. Right after we know Bangalore, how it is going, right? Every day you have 3 to 4 hours spending on the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And there are few category of people who have that leverage of doing business from anywhere or maybe work from home concept. they want to consider Rewild Doddaballapur as a primary home, right?
Oh yeah. When I said it was a vacation home or a weekend home, that's how we envision the brand Rewild to be. Doesn't mean that all of our projects are. Especially if you look at Rewild Doddaballapur, the city is expanding very soon, very fastly. Especially the north corridor of the city, right? It's moving way quicker than other quadrants of the city. What that does is that when we started Rewild Doddaballapur, we expected our micro geography or our micro location to be integrated as part of Bangalore city in about anywhere in a gap of say 8 to 10 years. But however, if you see the developments of the last 6 months, I feel that time frame has shortened to about 4 to 5 years. What that means is that I think about 4 to 5 years from today, you will see a lot of people treating that as their primary home because a lot of job creation or employment centers, and these are obviously high income white collar job creation centers that are being created in and around Doddaballapur. And we've hit that sweet spot where we are in the middle of all the madness or the development that is going on, yet the last 6-7 kilometers of our stretch is largely it's just forested land. So you have the mix of both. You have the city within a 20-minute drive, or your job or your workplace within a 20-minute drive, while at the same time your sanctuary or your home is in a very quiet, peaceful, tranquil location with no real urban development and the problems that come with urban developments just around your residence. So yes, and even now we see even we get a lot of interest from customers who want to already treat this as a primary home. People that after COVID, work from home has become a reality for a lot of people. Hybrid work is also a reality for a lot of people, where they have to go to their workplace once, maybe twice a week, and this flexibility gives them the option to spend extended periods of time in a locale or a location which is infused with nature, such as ours.
Yeah, that's really great. And tell me one thing. I've heard about this from the team and from the management, that we really took a lot of time in designing Rewild Doddaballapur on each and every element that project is having today. From technology to bringing best of the best architects and all that. I want you to put little light on that.
100%. I'm glad you asked that question. So I don't know technology. I don't know how much of technology is really, but I would say that there's a lot of science behind the design. Typically, plotted developments have a very templatized design. You will build straight roads and what is in our parlance called Barfi cutting plots. We have stayed away from that design philosophy, even though that is very easy to sell because people want pure rectangle or squarish plots. However, like I said, we let design be at the nature be at the forefront of our design. So our roads are designed in such a way that they follow the contours of the land, the slope of the land. We made sure we aren't cutting down a single tree while making our roads or other design or other infrastructure elements. So our roads are organic the way nature has them, as opposed to urban roads that are very straight, and our roads are winding down and such. And obviously what that does is that it lets your design be very organic as opposed to very like an urban sprawl. And the reason it took time is that we did a lot of studies, right? Whether it was how the water flows on the surface of our land or below the surface of our land. What are the aquifers in our land, right? We did subsurface, where are the rocks. We've identified those, and there are so many interventions or studies that we had to do. The sun flow analysis, wind flow analysis, and all of that dictated of how our project should be. So the studies by themselves took a little time. We had appointed a Tata firm called Tata EcoFirst to do these studies for us. And this is that those studies are master planners that are Sponge Collaborative. They took their time, but they made a project. They designed a project which is very well appreciated by all the incoming customers. So yeah, hence the time taken for the design. Again, we are a very design forward project.
After seeing the development recently, from the first shoot till date, there is immense development which is taken place. And I think these are the technical aspects which are attracting, those target audience to the project, right? Because these are highly evaluating people who will get into the project, who will understand who are the people who are making, such plans, which are the infrastructure companies which are working close to this, and what is the speed of the development. So there are many people who have also asked us, what is the delivery timeline, when can we start constructing our villas or things like that. So what do we have to tell about it?
Um, so our construction has been going on since the past few months, and we are very well on track to meet our timelines. Our timelines are that our project should be ready by mid of next year, 2026, and everything looks geared to meet that timeline. The only thing that will not be ready by that time is our clubhouse, which will take an additional 3-4 months for the finishing work. So I think by about November 2026, we're fairly confident of delivering the clubhouse too. But I think for people who are keen on making their dream home at Rewild Doddaballapur, I think mid of next year would be a fair target for them to begin this
They
work.
can get started with it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And one of the biggest question that everyone asks, the sizes we have in Rewild, which is 5,000 and above, right? And it's a converted land. It's a RERA approved. It's the same size which other people are selling farmland projects in and around Doddaballapur or Nandi Hills or in Chikballapur. What is that mindset of making bigger land parcel, which is converted land, right? Even if we could have done an agricultural farmland 10-15%, construction people might have done. True, but what made Rewild do this?
So like I said, right, this is it wasn't envisioned as an urban project. What urbanization does is that it gives you a lack of space. The reason to move a little away from the city was that we could give people the luxury of space, right? The luxury of space. First, number one, their plot itself. We have plots which have a minimum starting size of 5,000, though most of our plots you will see are upwards of 7,000 square feet. There are other aspects of space that come into the place here. We have a 27,000 acre forest as the backyard for our employees.
Yeah.
Correct, that's surrounding us on 3 sides. So imagine having a forest as your personal backyard. There is absolutely no limitation of space here for your kids to run around, for your dogs or your other pets to run around, right? And these luxuries are not available in the city. So hence, that was the entire idea, to keep spaces large. Now imagine when you go to a Kudur or a Goa or a Ooty, you don't want to buy the same unit that you've purchased in a Mumbai or a Bangalore. You want either a villa with the space for a hobby kitchen, or you want to have gazebos, you want to make barbecue pits and other external amenities.
Landscaping, gardening, and all
There's
that.
so much,
And
right?
luxury is when you have space.
Absolutely. So even when we say luxury, we don't mean the urban concept of luxury, which is Italian marble. We don't mean double-heighted lobbies or ceilings, right? We mean luxury in its true essence, that having more time to yourself, having bigger spaces in your home, in your backyard, having access to nature, or owning your own piece of nature. And that's how we're trying to redefine luxury in 2025 in a real estate term.
Okay, that's great. And one more concern when we talk about this big development projects in and around Bangalore is the maintenance, right? And the promise which Rewild is making of 15 years maintenance, which no progressive developer is giving at this point of time. I also want you to talk a little bit about this, because this is something which beautifies the project for a longer period of time.
Sure. So we have another vertical called Rewild Management Services, where we want to manage not only the common areas of our projects, and there are lots of common areas which we'll talk about later. However, we understand because these projects are a little further away from the city and may not become your primary residence in the immediate future. So vacation homes have always been aspirational for Indians. However, people, in spite of having the resources to own them, have kind of decided not to own them. The reason is that maintenance is a bit of a hassle, right? It's expensive. B, it's almost a full-time job to make sure that the property is not getting either encroached or is is being kept properly or is not being misused. And we intend to put a central team that will not only take care of the common areas but will also manage whatever landscaping, gardening, farming that you have done. It will manage your swimming pool, the house that you've built. In fact, we even want to start a short-term rental a facility that will manage all the cottages or all the houses, villas being built on our property, and we intend to do on a revenue share basis, such that not only are you do you own your dream home, but you are also able to generate some kind of a ROI on it,
which can take care of the property's maintenance, and you can also get little bit of
absolutely
revenue generation.
Can negate your maintenance, and if done well, it can give you a significant surplus on top of your in top of negating the maintenance as well.
Very true. Okay, now let's talk about the most important question which everyone is asking about. These four names, behind Rewild, Mr. Adarsh Narahari, Mr. Abhilash Narahari, Mr. Prashant, and Nikhil Kamath. The moment we talk about these four names, people like, oh really? They have come up with this brand and all that. So I because you have been since the inception, what kind of mindset, what motivated them to make Rewild as a brand?
So I'll just quickly talk about or introduce the team at Rewild, right? There are two founders, Abhilash and Adarsh. They're brothers. Adarsh runs one of India's largest senior living communities called Primus Senior Living. Essentially, it's a retirement communities for the affluent seniors. Abhilash is a techie. He sold his previous venture to ShareChat, which was a consumer tech startup, and he currently runs another prop tech startup which is funded by Y Combinator and Khosla Ventures. Rewild was a COVID baby, and it was during COVID times when everyone was cooped up in their homes that that people thought, you saw a lot of people moving to Goa and and their intention was to just spend time amongst nature. Anyways, you're home, you might as well do it in a beautiful setting. And that's when our founders, who are avid cyclists themselves, they happened to, because they were in Bangalore, they were cycling in and around Bangalore, and they discovered these places that were within short distances, however were almost as beautiful as the places that we were talking about, the destinations that we were talking about. So the idea was that why do you need to travel all the way? Because then the frequency of visits reduces. So you might as well have something close to the city that can give you almost the same experience. And that's when Adarsh and Abhilash came up with the idea of Rewild. We also have two investors in the company who are purely financial investors. Their names, like you said, one is Mr. Prashant Prakash, who was recently awarded the Padma Shri by the government of India. He is the founding partner of Accel India. And our other investor is Mr. Nikhil Kamath, who is the founder of Zerodha. So that is pretty much the team behind Rewild.
These are the very strong names behind Rewild, I would say, because Mr. Adarsh Narahari, he has also made that benchmark in senior living.
Absolutely.
I know his first project in Kanakpura Road. Oh my God, I have seen. It's not that easy to talk about hospitality in senior living.
It isn't.
It is a very difficult job, and I've seen those smiling faces. Yeah, right. Those parents, someone else's parents, they want that comfort and wanted to live close to city. And Mr. Adarsh was the first person to conceptualize such idea, and he executed well. And I think it took well in Chennai, Bombay, and we are still doing other senior living projects in across Bangalore. Yeah, so this has given the boost to Rewild as a brand, right?
100% it has. Like you said, senior living is not very easy, especially at Primus. The focus is not only on the real estate part, but of senior living, you'll see that it's a very services heavy offering in terms of be it personalized meals, housekeeping, geriatric care, events for the seniors, and there are so many more that I can talk about, but I think it's best that you're also the Primus team for that. However, yes, it's a very services heavy offering, and that is what adds a cherry on the cake to the real estate offering as well.
I think this is very important point for people who don't know that behind Rewild there are people who already know what is real estate, how hospitality brand works, and this is the overall combination. Then Rewild came into the picture, right? So I think anyone who is planning to invest as an end user or an investor, you don't even have to worry about the maintenance, how their hospitality would be, how they'll take care or help you in your rentals, as they have their own brand, which will manage all this stuff. So I wanted to bring this into notice because our viewers should understand the brains behind Rewild know real estate very well, right? They have been into the industry for quite long time. They're running different brands, which is catering to different niche segment in real estate. I'm sure I've related it to the.
Oh, you absolutely have. You've nailed it.
Yeah.
Like I said, right? Like, I mean, we are not a we're not a conventional real estate offering, and the other companies also that are operated by our founders are also not conventional real estate offering. They are somewhat alternative real estate. You know what Primus does, we've spoken about. You already know what Ivy does, and Ivy Homes is doing quite well too, right? So these are
very niche segment, right?
absolute
From the regular real estate of constructing apartments, making regular plots, or a resale for that matter. What these founders have picked is very niche.
Yeah, they are the services heavy offering, which is because real estate as an industry hasn't really moved with the times. People want to now, people want experiences in everything they consume. They don't only want to go and purchase things, they want it to be an experience, even while purchasing and later while consuming it. And real estate hasn't really lived up to that while other industries have. So it was it's necessary to bring in these experiences. That's what Primus has done with senior living. That's what Ivy has done with purchasing homes or selling homes. And that's what Rewild intends to do with plotted development and vacation homes, to marry the three, which is investment, accommodation, and experiences.
Wonderful. So I think we'll also talk about this 54-acre land area in which we have 32-acre open space,
Yeah.
and 22-acre only sellable area with just 141 plots. It means we are talking about 141 owners in 54 acres of land area, right? So what kind of people have appreciated our property recently? As far as I know the numbers, I might be little here and there. More than 50% we have already sold.
Yeah, that is correct.
And it was very fast.
It was, yes.
So what category of people are appreciating our project?
So the project is, well, how do I say this? We've seen a lot of people from the tech industry who have come and purchased this project. Again, in terms of interest, it is people that, have, they want to be closer to nature. They want to spend extended amounts of times in nature. They have some kind of an adventurous streak in them, right? They have young kids who they want to, who they want to give their kids access to nature. They want to keep them away from their screens. They have pets who they want to, again, bring in areas where the pets can roam around freely. These are people who have kind of they've arrived in life and now they want to do something nice for themselves, and Rewild gives them the opportunity to do it, and these are the kind of people that have been purchasing with us. Additionally, like you said, right, it's the same group of people that want a little exclusivity, and hence we have only, like, you know, we were talking about space earlier, and what we do just with just by virtue of having large plots, is that we're able to keep the numbers very small, the numbers of residents or the owners, right? 141 plots in such a big parcel of land is unheard of in Bangalore, right? You'll see any of our competitors, they will be, as soon as they cross the 45-acre mark, they'll have upwards of 500 or 600 plots, while at the same time we are 54 acres while having only 141 plots.
So it is very,
That's a luxury for you.
it is very selective community, I would say, and those like-minded people will call Rewild Doddaballapur as their home or vacation home in future.
Agreed. It is a very, it is a niche community. We've been very careful, and we've been very, careful about not marketing our project as an investment product, right? You will never. Our pitch is all about nature, about lifestyle, and such similar aspects, as opposed to treating it as a financial product, right?
Very
The reason to do that is that we want people to come, build their homes here, form a community that is living together while at the same time enhancing their lives through all forms of wellness that fortunately nature gives you. And I think so far we've been kind of successful in doing that.
So, whatever people who have bought from us, majority are end users.
I would say almost everyone's an end user. There are a few people who purchase more than one plot, and the reason to purchase the second or the third plot could be an investment. However, the reason that they're buying with us is that they want to build a dream home, right? They look at themselves living in the city for the next 5, 6 or whatever years, and then moving to Rewild, and treating this as their primary home as they get closer to retirements, as their kids move away overseas for education and other professional pursuits. So yes, I would say that almost all our buyers are end users who are very keenly following up with on the development updates, because they're very keen to start building their
That's home at that was a great news for anyone who is looking to own a piece of land.
And that also, I think, sorry, I'll interrupt you, but I think that also kind of differentiates us from other plotted development communities, because typically plots in South India have been always sold as investment products, right? And that's the motivation for people to purchase them. I think we've though the investment story still remains strong in our project, but we've kind of turned around that messaging and the motivations of people from turning it into a financial product to a lifestyle product, where people can really live their life to the fullest while
I think this one statement has resolved a lot of concerns which an end user is asking. ठीक है, once the project is ready, completed, how many people do you think will start constructing and all that? And Anurag, we have witnessed in real estate, until unless there is an end user in a project, that property will not appreciate, or it will not have that original value in itself.
Very true.
The moment you have end users coming, they start constructing the house. I see you constructing, I am starting by seeing me, someone else is starting. So the whole community is getting formed.
Absolutely.
And the moment the community is formed, right, that particular project is extremely appreciated, right? I've seen this in Nandi Hills, I've seen in many real estate developments.
The only projects that have done well is where people have actually called it a home and made some kind of an end usage to it, right? You would have seen it with Prestige Golfshire. There are other similar projects in our state outskirts. Absolutely. The other just become ghost towns after a while because no one really.
I don't want to name few projects which are more than 80-acre development, but I've not seen even a single construction till date, right? So there is that positive energy the moment you get inside the project, right? Okay, yeah.
Agreed, you need it to be a vibrant space. You need, man is a social animal. You need other people. You need other, and we've got a very good gentry. So you need the project to get gentrified. You want a community to be there because even otherwise the fatigue sets in, right? How many times will you go? You will get bored soon, right?
Exactly.
If you're the only one, if you and your family are the only one, you need, and other people will bring in vibrancy to that place, and we've made sure that we've gotten in such environment.
Our whole idea about Rewild Dodbalapur is customer centric. You guys want people to come, live, experience the things that you have brought into the project, and it's an end use product. It's not typical investment product that you find in Nandi Hills and in and around places. That project get launched, it gets sold out in a month or two.
No, it's
90% are investors. I know these locations very well. This particular project or this locations like Nandi Hills or Dodbalapur are meant for end users, not for investors. People are really appreciating nature today. Water is something which is scaring people inside the city. I have heard that water should be a last thing you should ask in Rewild, is what people say, because we have good amount of groundwater.
We do, and we've taken many more steps, or we've taken many more interventions to make sure that ours is a water secure project. Water is a pronounced problem in North Bangalore, Nandi Hills, Devanahalli, everywhere. Those areas are the first to go dry when as soon as summer starts. For example, we're making 8 ponds within our project, which will act as aquifers. They will recharge the groundwater systems here. We already have a very good groundwater table at our location. We're surrounded by a forest, and all the rainwater flows through our land subsurface into the lake nearby. So yes, water is a very important consideration in all our design metrics, so as to make sure that we are never reliant on tankers or any other outside interventions for water, and we continue to remain a water secure project over the next many years.
I have another question which is commonly asked by many people who have visited Rewild. What is that difference between Rewild as a brand in Dodbalapur, and there are many real estate players, maybe first time, second time, they are doing their regular projects in Dodbalapur. Rewild as a brand, its location, its topography, its pricing, how different are we from the market?
So let me put it this way, right? Dodbalapur has largely 2 kinds of projects. One are either plotted developments, conventional plotted developments. The other are farmland projects. I think Rewild sits in a space where we are in the best of both worlds. We have the best of plotted development, which is the advantages that your title diligence is completely done. You're able to get a home loan on it. You can construct your house as per plotted development standards. While our sizes are such that if you want, you can do some kind of farming, gardening in your own plots, which is typically what a farmland would offer you. Even the location is such that it's very rooted in nature. This is not a location where typical plotted developments occur, right? You've been there, you've seen this, right?
Yeah.
What other plotted development can you think of that is next to a forest, that has a hillock within the land, that has a stream flowing through the project, that has views of hills and lakes and forests from all parts of the projects? So I think, like I said, I think we sit on both the best of both worlds in that sense. That makes us largely different from either of these. What was the second part of your question? I think I missed that.
I spoke about the development the location, Rewild location, which you rightly said.
Yeah.
We are covered by a 27,000 acre reserve forest. Opposite to us is a Makali Durga hill. Below that is a Gundamagiri lake, which is 250 acres. And the terrain, the amenities that we are giving, the hillock we have. I think I can get more than 10 20
No, so I'll tell you the
testimonies.
what sets us. I'll name a few keywords that sets us apart from the competition, right?
Yes.
The first is the location itself. We've discussed enough about it. Second is the design. We are not a very conventionally designed project. Again, we've had a few discussions about the career, but you won't find any, it's very organic designs. Our roads wind down our land. And, the third is natural elements, right? We have a hillock, we have lakes, we have streams in our land. The fourth is the size, and by virtue of the size, exclusivity, only 140 plots over such a large expanse of land compared to any of our competitors that have 400, 500 plus plots, right? I think these are some of the key things that set us vastly apart from our competitors, but there are various other nuances, and for that I would urge people to come and sample and visit our site so that we can tell them all the things that sets us apart from conventional real estate development, which are there are plenty of those in and around us too.
So it's basically, what we have heard. If you really want to experience that, you got to visit the project. So practically you can, spend time and understand what this project is all about. And as per my experience with many clients, they usually spend 2 to 3 hours minimum in at the site.
That's the
Aram se.
That's absolutely the average time spent. The average time spent for a typical site visit. Some tend to go on longer, but I would say that that's the time frame that that families, once they come to our site, they spend. We also urge people to come with their entire families, because we've seen that people, families get very mesmerized by just the design as well as the views that our site or our project offers them. They like to spend their time, our site experience is also such that we don't coop them up in small offices. You've seen we do meetings in open spaces because that's the beauty of the project, and people like that experience. People like to come, grab some refreshment and snacks at our site, and now that they've committed to such a long drive, they want to spend extended periods at our site. They want to stay back to watch the sunset over the forests. They want to, once we take them on top of the hillock, they really like the views as well as the breeze that's always flowing. It almost gives a slight, there's a little exaggeration there, but I think we've been able to give the Ooty experience in only a 45-minute drive from Yelahanka, and I think people really like that experience and hence spend a little more time than the average real estate site visit at our site.
Exactly. I think this, I usually tell to people that if you are coming to Rewild, have ample amount of time, because it's not a product where you can cover everything in half an hour and you can just leave. It's a product which will take your time. It gives you that relaxing time. You can hear the peacocks, the birds and everything in and around, because it is so surrounded by nature, right? It is not only about site visit. It is about experiencing the unique terrain of this Rewild.
That's happened with so many of the people you've also bought to the site, right? That they will, that typically the man of the family may come with you for the first visit, but he will also go back and ensure that he gets his entire family, because this is a product that requires the participation and the getting the buy-in of the entire family, and typically, families that do come there, we've got such fabulous feedback from the people. They're really impressed by what the project has to offer. Not necessarily only us. Fortunately, God and nature have been kind, and we've been blessed with such a beautiful site. So hence we urge entire families to come and visit us over any given weekdays or weekends.
Okay, let's come to our last question, which is the future of Rewild. What projects or what places are we looking in near future, and what are our plans?
So I'd like to keep that a little surprise. When our projects do get announced, you will know of it, obviously. However, like I said, the core tenets of the projects will still be the same. Even the upcoming projects, that we will always do them in spectacular locations, which offer you a lot of nature-based experiences as well as fabulous views right from your own plot or home. And we will build our philosophy, which is blend rather than build. We will continue with that, so minimal interventions to what nature has given us. But yeah, stay tuned. We do have a few exciting projects over the next few months and year coming in and around Bangalore, and we'll keep you posted on those.
I think we'll make a separate video on those projects again.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching the entire video. I'm sure the concerns, the queries, and the urge of knowing about Rewild as a brand is being answered in this. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to us, or you feel like visiting the project, contact us immediately. We'll schedule your visit. And for any other concerns, you can leave your comments below. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Muskan.
Thanks for doing this, Nadeem.
Thank you.